maybe, and there's more. Chapter 13, again. Wait! I'm really not all that sure about this ending. It may be a little too mushy, a little too sad, but since I'm the person writing the story, I'm writing another ending, and you can decide which one you'd rather have. Well, Lulu understood and the Brontosaurus understood that neither of them could be the other's pet. But why should that mean that they had to say goodbye? Come with me, and I'll give you a piece of my birthday cake, said Lulu. I'd like that, the dinosaur said. May I give you a ride? And Lulu arrived at her house, riding happily on the back of the Brontosaurus. When her mom and dad heard the noise of a dinosaur clomping into their yard, they remembered Lulu and they remembered her birthday. Lucky for all, her cake had already been made. Don't worry, he isn't my pet, Lulu said. He's only going to stay here for a piece of cake and a glass of lemonade. But he's kind of a lonely guy, and I would like to invite him back for Thanksgiving dinner. From that time on, the Brontosaurus came to Lulu's house for her birthday, Thanksgiving, and the 4th of July. And sometimes she visited his house, though since she didn't like eating leaves, she always brought a suitcase of pickle sandwiches. On one very special birthday, she not only invited her friend the Brontosaurus, but also the snake and the tiger and the bear. And the Brontosaurus noticed that whenever Lulu asked anyone for anything, she always said, please. The end. Maybe. Now what? Chapter 13 yet again. I'm still not totally satisfied. I'm going to try once more because I think I need to answer certain questions like, were Lulu's mom and dad worried sick when she didn't come home that night? Had they bought her a present for her birthday? Did she completely stop being a pain and turn into polite? And how did all that stuff fit in her suitcase? I'm going to answer these questions, and when I'm done, you will have your choice of 3 different endings. Well, Lulu understood and the Brontosaurus understood that though they couldn't be pets, they could be friends. So Lulu invited the Brontosaurus back to her house for some birthday cake and introduced him to her mom and her dad. They hadn't been waiting and worrying and wondering where she was because they had fallen asleep sipping their tea. And they didn't open their eyes till the Brontosaurus, with Lulu riding on the back, came clump, clumping into their front yard. They gave her a silver necklace for her birthday. She sang them a whole new Brontosaurus song. I didn't get a Brontosaurus for a pet. I didn't get a Brontosaurus for a pet. It sure looks like you've brought one home, Lulu's mom said to Lulu. And we still say no, you can't have one, said her dad. And both of them waited for Lulu to screech and throw herself down on the floor and kick her heels and wave her arms in the air, except she didn't. What happened to the screeching? Asked her quite astonished mom. And her dad asked, what about throwing yourself on the floor? Lulu replied, very dignified, I'm 1 year older today, and I'm not doing that kid stuff anymore. And she says a very nice please, said the Brontosaurus. After the cake and the lemonade, the dinosaur said goodbye, but he would return for many holiday visits. Sometimes the snake and the tiger and the bear came too. Although she kept getting older, Lulu never turned into perfect. She still, though less and less often, sometimes screeched and forgot about please. Though she never again in her life said, "Foo on you," but she mainly wasn't a pain, and the Brontosaurus was mainly not lonely anymore. As for how that stuff fit into her Lulu suitcase, I'm sorry to say that I don't have a clue. I am, after all, just the person who's writing the story. The end. Whoa. Whew. Miss Brown needs a break now. I read that entire book for you. I hope that you enjoyed Lulu and the Brontosaurus. It's definitely one of my favorite books. I feel like I can relate to Lulu. There are some things that Lulu did that I find in myself sometimes. And so I love seeing that she grew. So in the beginning of the book, she was one way, and then by the end of the book, she changed. I want you to talk to your grown-up about how Lulu changed. How did Lulu change? She was one way, like I said, in the beginning of the book, and then by the end of the book, something had changed. What had changed? I also want you to talk to your grown-up about which ending you like the most. You heard 3 different endings. Which endings did you like the most? How would you like to end this book of Lulu and the Brontosaurus? I hope that you have the best day ever. I've enjoyed reading our first chapter book together. I'm gonna look for more. I think this was very, very fun. All right, Miss Brown, over and out.